Howdy, everybody. Welcome back to the channel RVCCIS.Info, the channel where faculty representatives from Rock Valley College's Computers and Information Systems talks to you, the community at large, about things roughly having to do with computer science. Today, we thought we would venture back into the cell phone world and kind of discuss what our cell phones do for us, because students are always curious what operating environment we're in. And what we actually use them for. So we thought we would say what our phones and what iOS or Android does for us. So we should probably start with Jim because that story is going to be the shortest.
I see how it is, Eric. Yeah, you're right. The Luddite of the group.
Yep.
These old eyes really, I don't use my phone very much, although I am improving, I guess. But for web surfing, I don't use it for my email. And I'm listing all the things I don't use it for, that I know like my kids use and you two use.
Oh, yeah.
I do use it. I've got a Google Voice number, so I use it for that. So if my students need to get a hold of me, I can, they can text me on Google Voice. So I use it for that. And otherwise, just the basic stuff that most people do for maps and Yelp for restaurants and things like that when you could used to go to restaurants. Remember that? So,
no, not anymore. It's been so long. I'm like, why do you even have tables in here? I don't understand.
I ate at JMK's today.
Did you?
Yeah, that's why I was 15 minutes late.
Awesome.
It was dead. I felt bad.
Yeah.
But yeah. So basically, Jim, you use it for directions and fun stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't really use it very much on a business, Google Calendar I'll use. I do. Yep.
And you said you've got a Pixel 3a, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the themes here. Us faculty, I guess, as Android users, I think all of us have a Pixel phone.
Yes, I do. Yep. I have a 3. I have a feeling here though soon. It is going to be 2 years in the spring, and so that's about when it'll start going bad. So we'll see what I'm going to get next. Friend of mine.
I think I can wring another 2 or 3 years out of mine, Stephanie.
Okay, I'm going to put it this way. I don't want to wring another 2 years out of mine. I want to switch it out. A friend of mine, she switched over to Google Fi and she loves it. So she doesn't.
Really?
But she lives in Florida. She lives in a place where you got plenty of access to it. So I checked, and like where I'm at, it's not worth the hassle. It'll be too much of a hassle. I mean,
yeah.
So, but I use my phone for everything. I mean, I have Canvas, which is our LMS on here. I got that app on here. I use that. I have 6 emails, I think, that I have on here. And I have, and then I use it for fun stuff too, but I take a ton of pictures on mine. That's really why I bought it, was I take a ton of pictures and they turn out really well.
Yeah, Pixel phones usually have like among the best cameras on them. So, if that's one of the things that's important to you. So I have a kid, and I venture a guess that I take like 10 gigabytes of photos and video every month, maybe. I'm like paying a lot for storage now. So the camera was important. I'm on the other side of this, actually. So mine is an iPhone, which nobody who's ever had me in a class will find surprising. So same stuff. I've got 5 or 6 emails on here, navigation and stuff like that. Clearly, I would say if you're on the other side, so Chuck would totally back me up here with this. So you could look at us with this. Chuck and I are stupefied with Apple products, I think. And we're missing an Apple product announcement right now. So who knows? It's actually, for real, it's why the internet is going slow today, is because everybody's shitting themselves trying to find, like, what can I buy from Apple today? It always happened. I mean, anyway.
Yeah, their big product announcement.
Yeah. But the best part, I think, is how everything integrates. If you just buy a couple of Apple devices, they all go together. So this camera right here is an iPad, and it is piped directly into my iMac, which is doing the recording here. I use AirDrop all the time, which is fantastic. So if I have a file on any computer, I can just drop it on another computer as long as it's an Apple, and boom, away I can go. So when I do all these videos for classes, I can record them wherever, just AirDrop it on a faster computer and go from there. And that is fantastic. And actually we have Apple TVs hooked up to all these televisions in the house. So I can flip something from one phone to any TV, or from any one TV to another TV. So like if it's bedtime for Barrett and we're coming downstairs, we can just throw Doozers on the next television over, and he doesn't yell and complain, and then I don't have to murder anybody. So that turns out really good.
Yeah, Samsung isn't too bad either, because I have Samsung TVs, and they're pretty easy to put stuff up on the TV from the phone or whatever. And their Samsung remote app though sucks, but yeah. And then I actually have to say, I was saying this earlier too, I like iPhone because my husband has one, and whenever there's a problem and he's like, what's wrong with my phone? I say, just update it, and then the problem is fixed.
Yeah.
Or he hands me the phone and then I update it and the problem is fixed. It's usually what happens.
That's more accurate.
Something's wrong with my phone, and then as I'm updating, I'm like, when was the last time you updated it? I don't know. I'm like, okay, it's getting updated. So
I have to remember that for my wife. So
yeah, she'll just hand you the phone eventually.
The thing I'll say about how long they last, because I'm just now, you guys mentioned it, so I have iPhones for all my family, and I can flip out 2 generations of iPhones to further and further distant family members. I think this is true, that you can still have a 6-year-old iPhone that gets new product updates. They may not run at top speed or any of those things, but I actually just elected at the beginning of October to sell off a 3-year-old Android phone, because even though it was a Pixel phone, so from Google by Google, it was not going to receive any more security updates. And in the industry that we're in, we understand how insecure an internet device, or every internet device, is. So I'm like, how can you have a good experience with a machine that's only just turned 3 years old? So from release date, 3 years out, that's it. Yeah. And so I don't know, that was not enough for me.
Yeah. And I was saying, my husband had his iPhone. Well, he just got a new one this last year because I was frustrated with it. And but he still got quite a bit of money for it. Anyway, I think he had it like 5 or 6 years at least. And it was still getting updates. It just was super slow, and I'm just like, let's get rid of it and get you a new one.
Yeah.
So.
The new ones are crazy. I mean, like, not even like iPhone 12 new ones, but like, so this one's a year old. It's an iPhone 11 Pro, I think, Pro Max, because I have big ham hands and whatever. But it can output a 4K video into 1080p for, like, when I upload these things, it can do it faster than my iMac can, which is insane.
That's why they're so expensive.
That is why they're so expensive. But you can hook it up to a monitor and a keyboard and a mouse. And I've actually done that before, and just edited these episodes on an iPhone, and it works, which is crazy.
Really?
Yep.
That is kind of nice.
So for anybody who's interested, we don't have an iPhone episode, though we could totally do one. But we do have episodes on the channel from like June and July for using an iPad mini, a 4-year-old iPad mini, as your only computer. And we actually did Word documents, email, browsing the web, hooking it up to an external monitor, mouse, and keyboard, all on a 4-year-old iPad mini. So
I bought a keyboard and mouse from that video, actually. And it works, not the ones from the video, but and it works out great because when I'm at Belvedere North High School, I'm actually just, it's so horrible how many gadgets I have. I have my Pixel. I have my Pixel book. I have my Surface book, and then I have the iPad with the keyboard, and then I can do tons of different things on them. And it's just really nice to be able to use with a keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and the iPads now, because they're iOS, are really, they're really great for that. So like if I get sick of working down here in my cold ass dungeon office, it is cold today in here. It's ridiculous. 54.
Ooh, that is there is heat, Eric. You could turn the
I ain't
furnace
paying
on.
for heat, Jim. You know that.
Eric may not be cheap with phones and stuff, but
Yeah,
he's
I've
cheap
already
that
spent
way.
my money on other idiot things. I do not have money for smart things like heat.
In the basement.
In the basement, yeah. But I can put, you know, like on this television back here, I can put in two tiled windows like Mail and Pandora or something and still do what I need to do on the iPad. It's like a full-fledged computer now, frankly.
Yeah,
And we're gonna get you to loosen that wallet up and give it a try one of these days.
I know, I'm just, I'm not a Luddite. I just prefer like laptops. I just need a bigger real estate screen size. That's my thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's what this is for.
True.
Sorry, Jim, I couldn't help it. Because we were at a restaurant and my brother goes, "How bright is your screen?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm blind. I can't see anything." He guilted me into turning it down, and then I'm doing this with my phone up to my face, and my husband goes, "Why'd you listen to your father? Just turn the brightness back up."
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
So anyway.
So there you go. You can let us know in the comments if we're all complete idiots. The answer is
just me.
Yeah, no. The gentleman freezing to death in his own basement, in his own house. That's pretty stupid too. Let us know what kind of operating system you prefer on your devices, whether or not it's iOS or Android. If you are like Chuck or me, or Steph, actually, who bounces back and forth between your devices and what you like for what, let us know down in the comments. While you're down there, be sure to hit subscribe and like, and hit that bell if you want to be notified of new content as it becomes available. We are sticking to a Tuesday, Thursday publication schedule, so that's when these episodes come out, but we do have other smaller episodes here and there. Speaking of episodes here and there, you can also catch us on our social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Anchor.fm for these episodes as podcasts. We are at RVCCIS.Info. So on behalf of Jim Conley, Stephanie Washer, myself, Eric Wolf, and the rest of the Rock Valley College, CIS department and community at large, stay safe and stay sane out there, everybody.